really good. I just finished a live workout here at my house, and yeah, I've been doing good, staying healthy, staying active, doing what I can during this time.
Yeah, let me introduce you really quickly. So this is Jenna Smith. She's a health and fitness coach. I know her because she used to be a Legree and a spinning instructor in La Jolla, and I was a devotee of Jenna's classes on Wednesdays and on Fridays. And she is so inspirational. She's strong, she's fit, she's really positive, and I think that that message is needed more than anything at this time and place. And I follow her on Instagram. She's made the cross-country move, and now she lives in Florida. And but she's still doing her thing, and she's spreading her positive vibes all around the country. And I thought she would be a perfect person to talk to you about getting out of this fitness rut and this emotional rut that I feel like a lot of us are in right now, trying to not put on the COVID-15, but more importantly, and I was saying this before you got on, Jenna, about just staying fit, mind, body, spirit, because that really is what it's about in the end. So good to see you. Good to see you and be in touch.
I know, good to see your face.
Yeah.
Connect.
So tell us, you're in Florida right now. So tell us kind of what the vibe is, and how you've been doing.
I've been actually doing pretty well. I've been telling my friends, like, Florida is not the worst place to be quarantined. I mean, it's like always endless summer here. So we've been, enjoying the nice weather at home, in the backyard a lot, in our pool. I've been doing a lot of gardening and a lot of home workouts and things like that. But yeah, just staying home.
Yeah.
And doing
the
what I
best we
can.
Yeah, totally. And I want to put it out there to everyone who's joined us. Jenna will definitely take your questions. So feel free to ping us with questions. We want to hear from you. We want to really make this about what you need to hear and what you want to ask right now. But I wanted to talk to you about sort of fitness as a whole. One of the things that occurred to me before we started talking was, like, so many professions out there, desk jobs, have the ability to quote unquote work from home, but fitness professionals like you don't get to do that. I know you're doing your stuff on YouTube and whatnot, but, like, I guess tell me from a more of a business perspective, like, how are you handling it? You probably don't get paid in the same way that you were before. So, like, what's happening in the fitness industry that you can share with us?
I mean, the fitness industry is definitely taking a huge hit by this, for sure, especially instructors and trainers, like myself. I mean, that's like, there's so much rewarding things about being an instructor and motivating, inspiring, and helping others. But the truth is, if we're not teaching classes, if we're not training clients, most time, if we're not at the studio, then we're not getting paid. We're not making money. So it is hard right now for a lot of people. I'm very grateful in my life and my business and where I'm at. But I mean, I know a lot of instructors that are struggling out there, and right now it's like everyone's just doing free live classes. Like, I've been staying connected with my clients and my fitness following by offering and staying connected and giving back to them, and doing all these free live classes where some instructors are trying to do get paid to do live classes. So it's hard because everyone is out there just giving free classes. I'm very in a fortunate situation because I also have a wellness business on the side. So that is definitely keeping me afloat and very busy right now. So I have that going on as well. But I'm just staying positive, and it's gonna be okay. Like, I'm in a good situation, and everything will be okay.
Yeah,
it's all going to work out.
We need to hear that. We need to hear that every day. We need to hear that from everybody because
I do feel bad, and I definitely, my heart goes out to people in the service industry, that or people with small business, trainers, waitresses, bartenders, like all those people are definitely feeling it.
Yeah, totally. So before we start to get into fitness tips, I mean, how do you think the business of fitness is going to change? How are you going to start changing your own approach to being a fitness professional? It sounds like diversifying is one of the things that's working for you, but, like, how is this all going to look in 6 months from now? We may not be going to the gyms in the same way.
I think I don't know like what normal is going to look like again. You know, I think everyone is very like no one knows. Like
Yeah.
we're all like no one knows right now. But I think it's going to take a while for people to feel comfortable to go out in social places again, like restaurants and gyms and boutique fitness studios. I think people are gonna have their guard up a little bit and be a little afraid, and
Yeah.
I totally understand. And then I think there's gonna be some people that are just like not afraid and go for it. But I think it's gonna be a while before we start to see these gyms and these studios opening up, and then then there's going to be all these steps,
Yeah.
and it's not going to be the same.
No.
I don't think it's going to be the same for a while.
Yeah. So if we think about this sort of this new normal, yeah, I can hear you. You good? Okay. All right. Let's see here. As we think about sort of the next new normal, and what you're doing. All right. A little better? Can you hear me now, Jenna? I can hear you fine. No. Oh gosh. Let's see. Here we go. This is live stuff. This is what happens. I'm going to check. We have a question already, Jenna. How do you keep toned with no weights? So I'm going to just add how. I'm going to. We might need to get off and, yes, you can hear me or no? We're going to rejoin, guys. We've got some technical difficulties right now. Can you hear me, Jenna? Give me a thumbs up when you can hear me. We're going to drop and we're going to start this over again. We're going to just check stuff. I'm going to drop. Hi, everyone. We just had to drop. Sorry about that. Let's try it again. We're going to go back with technical difficulties. Just happens. We're rolling with it. This is life. We're going to talk to Jenna. We were just getting into the good stuff. We were talking about fitness and like what she's doing at home. And it sounds like that she's got some. How are we doing?
Hi, I can hear you.
Okay,
I don't
good.
know what happened. I could all of a sudden you just cut out.
Yeah. All right. We're all good. This is live.
I don't even know where I left off or what happened.
We got a question already, Jenna. So let's just jump right into it because we really want this to be interactive and we want everybody to chime in. And I've got lots of questions and we've got plenty of time. So one of the questions we were asked was, Samira asked, how do we keep toned without weights? Because most of us don't have a full set of weights. I've got 5 pounds, 8 pounds, 10 pounds, but I don't have the stuff I have at the gym.
Oh my gosh. Well, first of all, you should be joining my live classes because I do a lot of things at home with just my own body weight, right? There's so much stuff you can do to stay toned using just no weights, no equipment, and your own body weight. So I definitely encourage you. I do 6 classes a week live. They're free on Instagram. 3 of those classes, I do one that's core focused, one that's upper body focused, and one that is like lower body.
Fit Minded Jenna is where we find you, right?
Yeah, Fit Minded Jenna. Follow me, and I do these live classes. I've been doing them for a month now, and I always do it at the same time every day, 12 p.m. East Coast time, and then 9 a.m. West Coast time, Monday through Saturday.
Awesome. And so what can we do? I know a lot of us, we've been at home for many, many weeks. I came out like gung-ho. I had my workout routine. I had my schedule. And then week 4 came into place and I was like, I can't do it again. I can't do the same routines again. Like a lot of people are feeling that way. I know. And that's one of the reasons I wanted to talk to you right now is like, we need to change our game plan. Like what are different ways we can keep things fresh, but then not let go of the discipline and the effort that we've been putting in so far?
Right. Well, there's so much just free stuff out there, whether it be through social media or like on YouTube, whatever your interest is. If it's Pilates, if it's yoga, if it's HIIT training, you can just kind of find any workout program online right now and switch it up. I like to do like cardio, have my Monday, Wednesday, Fridays, I'm doing my cardio days, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, I'm doing more strength training focused days. So I think creating a routine and a program to your own interest, whatever it is, and just dedicating at least 30 minutes a day to your body. And I know it's really hard, especially for moms right now that are, homeschooling their kids, but if they can just like take 30 minutes of their day and fit it in, schedule it in their phone, set an alarm, and make yourself a priority. I think it's very important right now.
You bring up a good point. So many of us are multitasking. We're trying to homeschool. We're trying to like run our businesses, and then we're trying to like be our best selves, and it's often hard. Yeah. I know you're a stepmom to 3 boys as well. So how are you getting your boys involved in the fitness stuff? Because half of the battle is like, I feel like I'm trying to carve out time away from my kids because I can't do the stuff that I want to do with the same impact. But like, yeah, maybe you can teach us that there are ways to incorporate the kids.
Well, it's just like getting them set up on the Google Classrooms and like going to
running
up, setting up like, okay, they know it's like it's my time. Like, all right, everyone in the house, Google Classrooms, be quiet. Like, yeah. Okay, I got to do my 30-minute live workout, and everyone kind of knows in my house. Even right now, I'm like, shh, everyone be quiet. Yeah, I mean, just you got to make yourself a priority. And I always say, like, if you have time to watch Netflix, and if you have time to watch that Tiger King show or whatever the heck that show is that people are watching.
With a lion behind you, by the way.
I know. I do love cats. But if you have time to do that, then you have time for your 30 minutes to get your body moving. Go for a walk. I've been walking so much. I love to walk and hike, and I never really had time before, but now I'll get up early and just head out, go for a walk. Make your husbands watch the kids for a little bit.
Yeah.
Use your time for your own sanity. You'll be happier. You'll be a better mom, a better wife.
Totally. And that we need to be reminded of that, the importance of self-care. What kind of things are you doing for self-care, and why is it so important right now?
It's super important right now because we want to be our healthiest, right? Especially with, COVID-19 and everything. Like, we want to build our immune system. So I think it's crazy. Like, so many people are just sitting at home eating like crap and not working out. And
yeah,
this is a time when we're in quarantine. And to me, it's actually been easier because I'm more of a social person. And it's hard when, you go out to restaurants with friends, or you're, going to happy hours and stuff like this. We're home, like, focus on your health. Like, I've been doing a full-on gut health detox program for the last few weeks, cutting out the booze, the gluten, the sugar, all that kind of stuff, because I'm just really focused on my internal health and my immune system right now. And I just want to be the best version of myself and the happiest version.
Yeah.
So
we have a bunch of questions here. Let me ask you 2 things. How do you keep the kids active? And then 2, do you feel like a good walk is as good as a run? And then I want to ask you about food, because I think it's really important. So let's start with the kids active, and then a good walk instead of a run.
Well, we have a full-on schedule. I mean, I am a bonus, we call it bonus mom in my house. I'm a bonus mom of three very active boys. And, so I do have the luxury of the 1 week on, 1 week off, because their mom lives down, close to us. So, when we do have them, we have a schedule here. I mean, you get up, it's breakfast, it's school, and we kind of have like a chart, and we have activity time, get out of the house, go play. You got to go play a sport, or you got to go swim in the pool. they're on a schedule, and you know, it's not just like here's your iPad here, or you know, sit in front of the TV all day. So we have a schedule when they're with us, written down, a chart. I think a lot of moms are doing the charts and things like that.
Totally.
It's good. Kids like routine, you know.
Yeah.
They need that. They thrive on that. They need discipline. They need routine. They need structure. They crave structure. So I think having that structure, and then in those times, it also gives you some freedom and flexibility to work on your own business or do your workout or whatever.
Yeah, and moms like schedule too. That's for sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what about that? A nice long walk instead of a run. Can we feel good about that?
Yeah, I'm not a runner. I always say, like, you'll never see me run unless someone's chasing me. I'm not a runner. I don't like running. I never got the runner's high or whatever. If I'm doing anything cardio, I'm indoor cycling or you know, power walking. I think power walking is just as effective. I wear these weights, which are awesome. They're bala band weights, and I walk with them, and you know, get my heart rate up, and I try to walk a few miles every day.
What about, let's go back to food, because I know that's an important thing. You're doing a lot for your gut health and taking care of your insides. A couple of the questions ask about, you know, food, and I know myself, I've been, you know, Instacarting and getting food, and I try to eat organic and as clean as possible, but you can't always get all of that stuff. So how do you sort of balance it without, you know, adding more stress to your plate? And then half of my Instacart, you know, doesn't even arrive because they don't have fresh eggs or fresh celery or like whatever it is. Like, give us some tips for managing when food supplies are short.
Yeah, it's funny. I just had my Instacart delivery this morning from Costco. Instacart is such an awesome app, by the way. I've been using it like crazy. I mean, don't buy stuff you don't want to eat. Like the whole, like, you are what you eat. Like, I try to, like, not, you know, eat a lot of things that come from a box and processed food. It's like I buy whole foods. And I've gotten actually a lot more into cooking since I've been home again. And I think switching it up every week and picking a recipe out of your cookbook, but make healthy choices. And it starts with your shopping habits. If you're going to buy something that doesn't look good and it's going to sit in your kitchen, your fridge, your pantry, you're probably going to end up eating it, right? But if you just don't buy it, you won't eat it. So stop buying the cookies, the sugar, the processed food, you know, the BS. Like, leave it out of the cart. I always shop organic, you know, when possible, and I've actually had no problem with that. With Costco, Costco has a lot of organic options right now. Yeah. Depending on where you live and where you're at, but you know, eating a whole food diet is so important right now. Eating whole food, no process, you know, not non-GMO, all that kind of stuff.
So Jenna's taking questions, so feel free to shout out some questions. I want to talk a little bit more about food and gut health. So, you know, short of doing a full-on cleanse, which can be really intimidating for people, I mean, what can we do to just be healthier on a daily basis that doesn't feel like a lot of effort or a lot of deprivation?
Right. Absolutely. So my wellness company, a lot of you guys have probably heard of Arbonne International. And I put a lot of my clients, and I'm doing it right now. It's a 30-day gut detox program. And even, you know, we add in supplements, and we eliminate toxic, allergenic, acidic, addictive foods, and then just up that whole foods diet. But even when I'm not, let's say, on the 30-day program or on the challenge, and even my clients have done it, it's a lifestyle, right? I live a very 80-20 lifestyle. I'm human. I'm going to drink sometimes, you know, I'm going to, you know, eat and splurge sometime. You know, you can't like be like crazy all the time, because then it just takes that one time you're out and then you're just going to go for it, whatever. But anyway, for gut health, I'm all about gut health. Ever since I've eliminated gluten, dairy from my diet, I have seen a huge improvement with my overall, like the inflammation of my body, bloat, my skin has completely changed.
Yeah.
I just, I feel so much better. So I think cutting inflammatory foods is very, very important. Cutting the gluten, cutting the dairy, cutting the sugar.
Yeah.
Those are all inflammatory foods that really are not good for gut health. So if you can just really eliminate that, or at least try, maybe start with the gluten, or maybe start with the sugar,
Yeah.
or the dairy. You know, I haven't been drinking during this quarantine, which a lot of people
It's
have been
amazing.
drinking
Yeah,
more.
so let's talk about that because there's a lot
Yeah,
of comfort drinking, a lot of comfort edibles. I know people don't want to talk
yeah,
about that. A lot of
yeah.
moms are doing these edibles and having their 5 o'clock glass of wine, which, you know, once in a while is okay, but over 3, 4, 5 months, I mean, I'm personally worried that we're going to have an addiction problem come up, and not to mention health problems too.
Oh yeah. Well, definitely, I'm definitely pro like do the edible over the glass of wine. Eat the gummy bear over drink the, you know, the sugar bomb glass of red wine
Yeah.
that is gonna, you know, mess up your sleep. It's a depressant.
Yep.
It's, you know, your body's gonna like be like, what is this? You know, alcohol. I'm not like a no alcohol because I like to drink sometimes, and I definitely like wine, but I've cut it out of my diet a lot in the last 6 months, especially just because um, it makes me feel like crap the next day. It's full of sugar. I don't sleep well.
Yeah.
It's bad on your skin, and it's just it's your body. You know, it's not good on the liver. And right now we need our livers to be doing its job, which is to, you know, detoxify your body. Well, when you're drinking all the time, it's like, what is this I'm, you know, in my body, and it's focusing its effort on that rather than doing what it's supposed to be doing it for your body. So you know, if you're gonna drink, I always say like sip a good tequila. I like a really good like reposado tequila. You know, cut the sugar,
Yeah.
and they say like drink clear like vodka and stuff like that. But you know, alcohol's a depressant, and a lot of people. This whole quarantine is messing with people's mind and mood and everything. So you know, be careful with the booze because it's gonna bring you down in the
Bring it
end.
down.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't think people realize that. I think they're going to these like comfort things, and we're answering questions. Dana's answering your questions to continue to send them our way. I think people are reaching for comfort because we're feeling
Yep.
so uncomfortable, and that is food, that is booze, and that is, you know, sometimes like dropping your routines. I want to go back to like cutting stuff out. So you know, what I've noticed as I've cut out gluten is like you still crave certain things. You're a Cali girl. I like my Mexican food. So like
Absolutely.
what do you feel about like all these replacements that have come up? I mean, that's one of the things that I
Yeah.
have a little question about is like there's so many gluten-free products, but I don't necessarily feel like they're good just because they're without gluten.
Right. Yeah. It's all about reading labels, and checking ingredients, you know, what's in it. Is there canola oil? And,
Yeah.
you know, the really, I've become a label reader when shopping, you know, because these food companies, they know it's like gluten free, organic, you know,
Yeah.
they know how to like get us, oh, like, oh, it must be good, throw it in the cart, but flip it around, check the ingredients, see what you're really, you know, if there's like an ingredients list that's 20 words long, like probably not good for you.
Yeah.
If you're seeing a lot of things that say like natural flavors on it, you know, watch the canola oil, all that kind of stuff. I love Mexican food too, and I eat Mexican food probably at least 3 times a week at my house. We have taco night. Last night we did fajitas. But there's a lot of great options that you can still, you know, eat your Mexican food, eat your Italian food, and just do healthier ways. And I'm always on my Instagram. I have like a little meals badge for my stories. I'm always posting recipes on there quick recipes, easy, and kind of like what I substitute instead of this, I did this, you know? Just little changes make a huge difference.
Awesome. We have another question from KZ, my friend Catherine. She's also in Florida, and she's admitting she'd rather give up food than alcohol during the quarantine. It's okay. But everyone has their thing. It's okay. Yeah. But some snack recommendations she's looking for.
Oh yeah, snacks. I love snacks. I'm a big snacker. I make my own hummus, garbanzo beans, organic garbanzo beans. I blend it up in my Vitamix or a food processor with, you know, organic celery, carrots. So I do a lot of hummus. I do hard-boiled eggs. What else do I do? I like the brown rice, the organic brown rice cakes. I do with like some almond butter on it. I smush and do my avocado toast on those brown rice cakes. You know, I think food prepping is a huge help. I always, like today I got my big order from Costco. Now I'll go in, I'll cook a bunch of sweet potatoes for the week. I'll, you know, chop up all my vegetables, wash them, clean them, have stuff ready in the fridge so you can grab the healthy stuff rather than the stuff out of the box or, you know, the bad stuff, the kids, you know, snacks in the pantry.
Bunnies, whatever.
And I always say, this is what I do every day. I always make a huge green protein shake every single day. Like as a breakfast or a lunch replacement, and pack in with my spinach, my protein, all my, you know, vitamins, my minerals, my fiber. If you can just get in like a really good green protein shake every day and add all your healthy fats, your protein and everything to it, you're just, that's good for your body. Every day, do that green shake. Make it
and
part of your routine.
And sometimes it's just about making positive choices and being like, you know, appreciative about that, than thinking about all the things that you want to cut out. So do you have a timeline in which that you're eating? Do you cut off eating in a certain time? Are you doing intermittent fasting or windows? I know that's like so popular right now.
Yeah.
Harder to do, but I do have a, you know, sort of a framework that you go with.
You know, everyone's different, and the fasting thing works for a lot of people. I've always been kind of just a believer of like, however my body is feeling, that's what I do. So if I wake up and I'm hungry, then I'm gonna eat. Yeah. But if I'm not, then I'm gonna drink my detox tea. I'm gonna, you know, take my vitamins and then maybe do a quick workout and then do my big green shake after my workout. Or maybe I make my green shake and I drink half of it and then the other half after my workout. It just depends on how I feel. Now, some people really believe in the fasting and not, you know, eating for, you know, that 12-hour period. I think it is good for the body to do that, but I kind of go off what I feel.
Yeah, they call it intuitive eating. Like
exactly. Yeah,
totally. What about sleep, Jenna? I mean, how much are you sleeping and how much is resting and maybe taking a day off just as important as the stuff that we do?
Oh, sleep's so important for overall health, you know, aging, everything. I always try to get at least 8 hours of sleep in a night, always. So if I have to get up really early, well, I'm going to bed early. I mean, I've been sleeping in a little bit more than usual, like getting to sleep until like 7, which is kind of awesome. Usually I'm like out the house by then, but yeah, sleep. I always try to get at least 8 hours. I think that's the common rule of thumb.
And do you have rest days from working out?
From working out, usually Sunday's my rest day.
Okay.
But even then, I'll try to still go for a walk.
Yeah. To stay active.
Exactly.
Anything else that you want everyone to know about being positive?
Maybe just like tips, like 3 kind of tips I could probably give people right now.
Yeah, we need them.
They're kind of hard, but like just try, right? One tip is doing that green shake every day I talked about, making your protein shake, adding in your spinach, your strawberries.
So what's in it? What do you put in that shake?
My like go-to shake, I do a little bit of water, ice. I'm actually gonna do an Instagram IGTV on how to make your
Okay,
shake every
great.
day.
Fit-minded Jenna. Yep.
But yeah, I'm Fit My New Jenna, so follow me. But I do spinach, I do my protein powder, I do my fiber, I do my multivitamin powder, I do chia seeds, some almond butter, or half an avocado, so I get my healthy fats in there. And then I do a handful of spinach, some strawberries or blueberries, and a little bit of almond milk on top. Blend it up, big green shake, drink it. And I know I'm getting all my vitamins, nutrients, because the truth is, like, you're not getting enough out of our food these days. And
Yep.
especially, I live a pretty like vegan vegetarian lifestyle, so I really need that protein and fiber and all that stuff.
And what else? So that's
and then try to cut the booze, you guys. I know it's hard, but just try. Limit at least to like maybe just once a week. Cut the booze or eat your gummies. No, but if you're gonna do that, be careful, because some of those have a lot of sugar in them, and then you're gonna like go straight to the cabinet. So if you're someone who eats gummies, and be careful what's hiding in your cabinet, because then you might get the munchies too, right?
Yeah.
So, but yeah, try to cut the booze. Do your green shake a day, and then cut the inflammatory foods, you guys. The gluten, the sugar, the dairy, so bad on the gut health. And drink a ton of water.
Yeah.
Lots of water.
Yeah.
Water every day. What else were you gonna ask me?
Well, someone just asked, how about hard kombucha? Get some gut health.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, I like hard kombucha, and I've been dabbling in that a lot lately during this quarantine, because I haven't been drinking, but I have been doing some of those hard kombuchas, just like, in a wine glass with some ice, feeling fancy. And I like them, but be careful, read the ingredients, because some of those are full of sugar as well.
Yeah.
So
are there any brands that you like?
Yeah, there's a, what's the brand? Well, there's a lot in California that I'm trying to get in Florida. There's like June Shine, there's Bootcraft, but one that what's the one I've been getting here? It's at Sprouts and Whole Foods. I forget the name of it. But I've been looking online, and
send it to me, and I'll put it
on.
Yeah,
send it to me. There's one that's so good. I've been drinking it. But I like the hard kombuchas, but just watch, some of them have a lot of sugar. The one I get doesn't have added sugar or anything. It's good. Yeah.
Okay. And then how do we start? So those are great, three great tips. How do we rebound if we like just royally screw up?
Just jump back on the horse the next day. Don't give yourself a hard time. We're all human. Like I screw up too. We all screw up. Just don't give yourself a hard time. Don't turn it into a bender weekend or week. Get up the next day, eat clean, work out, and take care of your health, take care of your body, take care of your mind.
Totally.
Stop watching so much Netflix. Pick up a book, read a book.
Yeah.
Listen to a podcast if you're not a reader. Every time when I go on my walks, I listen to different podcasts and things, just to keep my mind going, right? We're all isolated right now. We don't want to be like, coming out.
Yeah, like, lose touch with reality.
How do I talk to people again? How do I function? How do I use my brain? Stay active, stay sharp, stay smart, and meditate, work out, whatever helps you, mentally, emotionally, spiritually.
Awesome. Jenna Smith, it is so good to see you. Awesome tips and information. I wish you the best. I'm going to keep following you. Just stay strong, because your vibes are just reaching the country, reaching the planet. I feel them all the way out here, and I live in Northern California now, and I'm following you every day, and I'm so happy to be in touch, and I know everyone that's watched is going to get something from this. So
thank you so much.
Yeah, good to see you.
I appreciate you for having me on, and keep in touch. And if anyone ever has any questions, feel free to message me as well. Don't be shy.
Awesome. Thanks, Jenna. Have a great day.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.